Hello everyone, Ted the Old Star Wars Nerd here. I hope you're doing well, and I want to thank you for joining me today because I'm going to read this article on Wikipedia that I found that I thought was interesting. I read through Wikipedia from time to time doing research for other videos and things, and sometimes you come across some really neat information that I had no idea on before. And this one is on Sith swords. Now, not really the lightsabers like what you normally think of, the red lightsabers that normally Sith have. This was on a different kind of sword that was specifically for Sith. So sit back, watch this, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks. Okay, here in the Wikipedia, it says Sith sword. A Sith sword is enhanced by submerging it in a trough of blood spilled in anger. Grinding its edge with Zvoltan rhyolite will ensure it never dulls. So says Soros Sen. Sith swords, or Sith warblades, were melee weapons used by the Sith in the days of the Empire, from 6900 BBY to approximately 5000 BBY. Though similar to the bladed weapons utilized by the ancient Jedi, Sith swords were distinguished from Jedi katanas by their fundamental nature, both powered by and empowering the dark side of the Force. Sith swords were constructed through various metallurgical and arcane means, transmuting base metals into alchemical alloy, possessing an unusual affinity for dark side energies. The rare metallic compounds used in its construction could result in blades varying in weight from 3 kilograms up to 6.5 kilograms. A blade far heavier than its 1.4 meter length would indicate. It would often require great strength of body as well as in the Force to successfully wield the weapon and make it as dangerous as a lightsaber. In fact, the alchemical alterations allowed the Sith sword to block incoming lightsaber attacks, as well as deflect and redirect blaster bolts in much the same way a lightsaber did. A user skilled in the dark side could alter the weapon's molecular structure, making it stronger and sharper, reverse its magnetic polarity, turning it into a high-temperature superconductor that could deflect blaster bolts and other particle weapons as if magnetically sealed. The rare ores used in its construction resisted lightsabers in much the same manner as cortosis and frick alloy, while its polished surface reflected laser beams and other coherent light weapons like a mirror. But perhaps most significantly, the weapon served as a focus for the dark energies of its wielder, amplifying their power and refining their control until they became a walking nexus of dark side power. The weapon's magnetic properties, combined with its attraction to the dark side of the Force, caused it to react unusually to discharges of Force lightning. The blade would attract and absorb the energy, storing it like an electric capacitor until the blade made contact with a substantial physical object, whereupon the amplified electrical energy was discharged to an extremely devastating effect. The origin of the first Sith sword ever constructed is unknown. However, it predated the earliest lightsabers. Developed by the ancient Sith, it was adopted by the Jin Jedi following their arrival on Korriban. The Sith's native martial traditions were absorbed, blending with the exiled Jedi's form of lightsaber combat to create a powerful hybrid, much as the Dark Jedi would do with the Sith race as a whole upon seizing the mantles of Sith Lords. Quite a few Sith Lords, including the Dark Lords Ajunta Pall, Marka Ragnos, Naga Sadow, and Ludo Kresh, used Sith swords rather than lightsabers, either for tradition or because they preferred the more visceral feeling of a sword cutting through flesh. After the fall of the old Sith Empire, the majority of the Sith abandoned Sith swords in favor of the more effective lightsabers. Another pair of Sith swords was a legacy passed to King Omen of Onderon from his family, which could possibly trace back to Freedon Nad himself. The pair was later passed to Satal Keto and his cousin Alima. Under Darth Revan and Darth Malak's rule, the Sith developed the Sith Tremor sword, used by Dark Jedi and Sith troopers alike. Malak was also rumored to have in his possession a powerful Sith sword recovered from Korriban, although he rarely used it in combat. Ludo Kresh's war sword was a double-bladed sword and therefore very dangerous to wield. Some say it was cursed, corrupting the mind of one who would use it. It is possible that this sword was recovered by the Jedi exile during the events of the First Jedi Purge, sometime before the deaths of Darth Sion, Kreia, and Darth Nihilus. Interestingly, Sith Elite Warbots, a type of battle droid produced by the ancient Sith, were equipped with a Sith sword as their main weapon. The Emperor's Wrath, who was a powerful Sith Lord from the Galactic War, was sent to receive a Sith sword by Tremor, whose daughter had taken much longer to gain one. In the new Sith Empire, the Dark Underlord wielded a pair of Sith swords. Slaver Phyllis Mon provided his Force-sensitive Wampa, Kukak, with a Sith sword at some point before 22 BBY. Kukak, a user of the dark side, used the sword as his weapon of choice. The statues of Droman Kas held swords resembling Sith swords. Sith swords were last seen in 14 ABY when Tavian Axmis, possessed by the Force ghost of Marka Ragnos, unleashed the hidden sword inside the Scepter of Ragnos against Jaden Kor. The Sith sword glowed with dark side energy as Marka Ragnos battled Jaden Kor, ending with the defeat of Marka Ragnos and the destruction of the sword and the Scepter of Ragnos. Any remaining examples of Sith swords in the greater galaxy persist as mere historical curiosities, archaic relics of a dead civilization and their extinct culture. All right, well, I am Ted, the old Star Wars nerd. I hope you enjoyed that. Please come back again and we'll do some more things like that, all right? Thanks again for joining me, and until next time, you take care. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you enjoy my videos, please click that like button, leave a comment below, and make sure you're subscribed so you can get notifications of all my future content. All of you are so great, and I want to thank each and every one of you for your support. So, thanks for stopping in, and I hope to see you again real soon. Take care.